What's going on, Genius Nation? Welcome to a brand new day. Welcome to the Daily Genius. I am Dr. Will, and wherever you are in the world, I hope that your day is started out fantastic. As I always say, I'm super excited that you're here inside the nation with us. For those of you that are watching this on a different platform outside of our private Facebook group, I invite you to join our private Facebook group, Genius Nation. It's over 1,000 individuals that are committed to living their very best life. So if that sounds like you and you just need some daily inspiration, motivation, and some tools to get you to the next level in life, then we invite you to be a part of the nation. So, nation, I want to talk to you about thinking bigger. We're in a brand new year, 2024. We're 16 days into the year. This is episode number 47. So we've been doing this for 47 straight days. We're on a journey of 365 days where I'm going to show up for you. So I want you to show up for yourself. So I want to talk about thinking bigger and give you 3 ideas this morning around thinking bigger. And why is it so important? Why is it so important to think big? Why is it so important to think big? Here's the case for thinking big. And it's really looking at the opposite. What happens when you think small? Usually when you think small, you hit that target. You hit that target. And when you think small, the problem with thinking small and the problem with hitting that target is it's not going to produce for you what you actually want. A mentor of mine years ago, he asked me this question. He says, Will, do you know why lions don't chase rabbits? And I thought for a moment and I said, no, I don't. I don't know why. He says, because even if it caught the rabbit, it wouldn't be satisfied. Man, think about that. Think about that. Even if he caught the rabbit, ate the rabbit, it wouldn't fulfill him. It wouldn't satisfy him. And that's the problem with thinking small. Yes, it's comfortable. Yes, you may have a small moment of satisfaction of accomplishing something, but at the end of the day, it's not going to fulfill you. For those of you who watch me and follow me, you know that I have a goal of becoming Compton's first Black billionaire. Right? And why am I making this a pursuit? Why am I making this a pursuit? Here's my philosophy behind that. If I fail in my pursuit of becoming a billionaire, if I fail by 90%, I would still amass $100 million. So even in my failing, I would still win. Did you guys catch that? That even in my failing, I would still win. Now, what if I made my goal to earn $1 million? How long would that last me? How many generations would that last me? You know, my daughter this week is her due date. And so we're expecting my first granddaughter. I mean, in a lifetime, not even kidding, we're probably going to invest $1 million just into my granddaughter. So if I only went after 1 million, what about my son? What about his children? What about my daughter's next children, right? And so this is why I have to think so big. So I want to give you 3 ideas around thinking big and how you can develop big thinking. Number one, you have to explore more. You got to get out your comfort level. You got to get beyond what you're used to. And we can do this in simple form. This may mean going to a different style, different type of restaurant in your neighborhood, not going to the same type of places, but getting outside of your norm. This is a practice that I do all the time. I will just go to a different coffee shop in a different city just for a different experience, just for the possibility of meeting somebody different. And so you got to explore more. You got to explore more. Number two, one of the things that I like to do is read magazines, all types of different types of magazines, like magazines, the best places to visit in the world, the best hotels in the world, the best resorts in the world. It allows me to see differently. It allows me to expand my horizons and know what's possible out there. See, if you don't do this, you'll keep going to the same place. You'll keep going to, not to talk bad about this place, but you'll end up going to Las Vegas for the 100th time. You'll end up going to Cancun because that's where everybody else is going. But when you start to read and explore and read magazines and, oh, wait a minute, there's a resort island right off of, right? But you wouldn't have known that if you didn't read and expand your horizon. And so that's the second thing that I do that helps me personally think bigger. And then number three, you got to network higher. You got to go to different places to meet different people. I have this thing that I call the 4 P's of transformation. And it's really the things that literally transform my life. And so the first P is you got to change the places you go. When I wanted to upgrade my life, I started changing the places I go, similar to going to a different coffee shop, going to a different restaurant, going on vacation to a different place. I started changing the places I went. Number two, because I changed the places I went, it allowed me to change the people I was interacting with. Now I'm interacting with people that are doing different things, right? They're exposed to different things. So now I'm exposed to different things because of these conversations. So number one, it was the places. Number two, it was the people that I started interacting with. Number three, because I changed my places, because I changed the people, it now began to change my philosophy about life. I changed my philosophy about life. My philosophy about life is that this is an amazing world filled with amazing people and amazing opportunities, and they're all available to me. That's my philosophy about life. Like, yes, we have problems. Yes, it's not perfect, but that's not my philosophy. My philosophy is not trying to create a perfect world. My philosophy is that the world is good and that there's more good people than there are bad people. That there's more amazing places that I want to see and explore. That's my philosophy about the world. My philosophy is not that the world is against me, but that the world is for me, right? That the world is for me, that there's more people cheering for me to succeed than there are haters against me. That's my philosophy. And so I changed the places, I changed the people, I changed my philosophy. And the most important one, right, is number 4, I changed my practices. And that's what we talk about here all the time on the Daily Geniuses, our practices, our habits. What we do on a daily basis is going to have far more impact in your life than what anybody says to you about what anybody else is doing. I rarely wear or concern myself with what anybody else is doing, because what's going to have the ultimate impact on my life is what I do. And so these three things, right? Exploring more, reading magazines, and upgrading my network have tremendously changed my life. Those four ideas, those 4 principles, the 4 P's of what I call transformation: changing the places you go, changing the people you hang around, changing your philosophy, and changing your practices. How you do everything that you do, how you approach the day, how you approach your work. Are you approaching your work like Picasso? Are you making works of amazing artistry? Do you see your day as an empty canvas for you to paint excellence for you to paint opportunity. How are you approaching every single day when you wake up? Are you saying, my God, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Are you saying goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life? Are you saying no weapon formed against me shall prosper? Are you saying this is the Lord's doing and it is marvelous in my eyes? When you wake up with that type of perspective, you don't have to wait for your morning cup of coffee. You don't have to wait to see what side of the bed you're going to roll out on. Every single day when my eyes pop open, I'm excited because I know I got a new opportunity. I got a new opportunity. I've just been given a brand new gift of a brand new day. And so I want you to think bigger, because your life depends on it. Your family's life depends on it. Your self-fulfillment depends on it. So go out there today. Go out there, have an amazing day. I want you to think really, really big. I want you to think really, really big out there and go out there and do something amazing. All right, guys, I'll see you right back here tomorrow on The Daily Genius. Go out there and have an amazing day.